So we'll start off with Joe. I feel like with you and Josh, most people know your marketing experience, but
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and.
So, for those of you who don't know, I mean, you guys all know me, but I'm Joseph. I'm the marketing director here at Nest Real Estate. I've been working with Nest for about 6 years now. I've been working in marketing for about 7 years. I got my degree in marketing from Cal Poly Pomona. I've helped real estate agents basically my whole life build their business up from the ground up, whether it was content creation, video, uh, tech, business automation, you name it. It could be anything. I'm truly the one of the jack of all trades here at Nest. Like I said, I've had a countless experience working with all of you guys in real estate and with other businesses as well. And that's just a little bit about me.
And you launched your own brand.
Oh, and I launched my own brand. It's the STG brand.
I'm gonna
So
be wearing it today, but
I know.
No
but-
cowboy hat, no clothing. What's going on, marketers?
But yeah, so I did start my own clothing brand, and just putting it into action what I do for the agents, I wanted to do for myself and this company that I'm currently building. So I'm advanced at it. I'm pretty good at what I do. I like to be confident about it, but I also know that, we can all grow from here.
I will say one thing about Joseph is whenever we have something that he doesn't know how to do, he'll figure it out. And I would say like within 24 hours, he figures it out.
So you gotta be a quick
huge
learner.
asset to the company for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Moses.
Yeah, my
This
name
guy's
is
doing
Moses.
amazing videos.
Thank you. So I'm an agent here, as most of you guys know. If you don't know me already, I'm the owner of MG3 Media. Started as an 18-year-old using a camera that my grandma gave me for my birthday and pulling up to houses, just figuring it out. To now we have a team of 5 people here in Southern California, servicing agents everywhere from North Los Angeles down to Chula Vista out to the desert. And we really specialize in helping the agents build their personal brand and sell more homes overall. And so, so really diving deep into how you can differentiate yourself on social media and in your videos and take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you.
So I will say your videos are way better than most of these just generic, like, hi, I'm in front of 125 Main Street. Like, the ones you do for Christian are really good.
His Tell a Story. That's a perfect example. You guys got to go follow those. But
Yeah.
that's
There was that weird little incest one, but besides that.
That one got the most likes.
What are you talking about, bro? Long story.
He had a sister in a video and he handed her a martini.
Lifestyle
And
video.
she was swimming in a pool and stuff.
Yeah, but he
and
wasn't swimming in the pool with her.
it was this 1960s. Like,
Stepsister.
oh my god. That's his mom, by the way.
We're gonna cut all this out. We're gonna cut
That's
it
his
all.
mom.
That's his mom.
Mom tried to fix it. He ruined it.
Oh man.
I just had an interview.
Oh god.
All right. Anyways. So Jesse, I didn't know everyone kept calling you J-Tech. I literally thought that was your name the whole time till today. So nice meeting you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. I get called J-Tech. That's just the company that I built. But
That's good though. That's perfect branding.
yeah, and I started off as a realtor. I've been a realtor for a couple of years now, and a lot of the business that I just built came from what it looks like video on Instagram. But what people don't know in the back end is the systems, the automations, the actual texting, the follow-up, the 1 email a week. That's just where the business was built. And every time I would launch something new, it would be kind of like a campaign where it's like, hey, I have a listing coming up, but I post it, but then I'm also like sharing it with people, texting it to people, emailing it to people. And yeah, I've just built a business around real estate. And then recently, in 2024, I was just like, hey, there has to be something else out there. I've been working on this program since 2022. I launched it within my office. So it's a CRM. And, I told 10 people, and the 10 people, they tried it. 4 people out of them, they were like, oh, this is actually good. Then 4 people went to 8 people, then 8 people went to 20 people, and then so on and so forth. It grew to 1,000, almost 1,000 users now. And JTech is a marketing suite. It's also a CRM. It's also, where I actually do the 1 email a week. I actually do the 1 text every 2 weeks. So, yeah, I'm a realtor and I lead by example. My team and I, we do about 30, 40 transactions a year. But JTech is sort of the meta version where whatever I'm doing over here, I'm teaching it within the company. And it's free to try for 14 days, and it's just $60 a month. And with that just comes like in my opinion, all of the tools that us professionals need to market ourselves better. And so, yeah, I'm very passionate about it. Super honored and grateful to be here alongside some awesome people here. And yeah, super. Let's see what today has in store. I have some cool stuff to show you guys.
Cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, and it's going to be interesting with Follow Up Boss being owned by Zillow. Recently, I just logged in the app and it says Follow Up Boss by Zillow. And I'm just interested on where CRMs are going to be going after that one. So that's a big one that we'll have to talk about. But yeah.
All right. I mean,
All right.
I think everybody knows your story, but if
Yeah.
you want to tell it again.
No, I'll tell you guys something different. I'll tell you guys some things that like you don't know besides what I do here at Nest. So my background, I was a marketing director at UCR. I did film premieres, worked with famous celebrities. Wiz Khalifa was a big one back in the day. And we did film premieres and Try Guys and all that. That was one of my first things. But in my media company, when I had it, one of my biggest projects was the LA Clippers. So I finally get to talk about it. I signed an NDA like a long time ago. And like the billboards, we over me, if you ever see that stuff, that was a slogan that I started from this grassroots community thing because we're going against the Lakers. And they were like, how can you possibly compete with the Lakers in LA? Like, what does that look like? And I was like, it's got to go down to the streets. It's got to be the passion that's going on in the community. Like you're a fan not because they're the best team. You're a fan because of the community around it. So that's definitely one of my biggest projects. Over the course of real estate, I've done 4,000 videos. That's like 43 videos a month over my career. They're usually not for me. They're for other people. So it doesn't always look like I'm doing a lot of videos, but that's the amount we've done. Joe's been involved in a part of that too. And I also worked with a lot of nonprofits. So I launched 18 nonprofits. I was hand with the marketing with them. One of the most successful is Magdalena's Daughters, also a housing one and a human trafficking in San Bernardino County. I worked at a community foundation in downtown Riverside. So I'm very much so, being a part of the community and making change in the community has always been a big part of my passions for marketing. And when I first started, the biggest thing was I had dreams of working for another company or like a big company like Google or Facebook or whatever it was. And when I fell into the smaller pockets, just being a part of UCR and seeing these niches, it made me really passionate about creating like grassroots small business growth. And that's basically what set my career off for Nest, was being able to help agents build their businesses in the community. So yeah, hopefully you guys, some of that stuff you didn't know before. So that's my intro.
Cool, man.
Cool. All right. I'm just going to ask a couple of you guys these questions. All of you are also be here all day. And everybody wants to hear Justin. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, Justin's going to be on the panel here. So he'll ask us some questions and then we'll
he
do
has a
Q&A.
full-on presentation, right?
Yeah, I'll put everybody to sleep with that. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll start with, I'm just going to call you J-Tech because that's easy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So what is marketing to you?
Yeah, I think marketing is something where it's sort of like brother or sister to sales. That's the way I kind of look at it. Like sales is very like you're telling people about the content, whereas the content, people are asking you about the content. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily about video. It's a little bit more than that. It's a little more of like touching people and being and the people feeling the service or product, right? And the way you do that is by like the storytelling that we just kind of saw. I feel like the way you present things, like airlines don't present airplane seats. They present the destination, right? And so when I think of marketing, I'm always thinking of like in real estate, the lifestyle of someone, buying this $2 million property, this $500,000 property, whatever kind of lifestyle comes with living in that home. That's the way I kind of picture it going into the real estate side, and how I kind of use marketing to my advantage. It's kind of like, sharing the lifestyle, not sharing the loan, not sharing the process, but, sharing how it could living there.
Yeah, and everybody's lifestyle is different.
Yeah.
So the fact that you hit all angles, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Any of you want to jump in on this, or?
Yeah. So I want to clear the air too with a lot of. I feel like a lot of agents and a lot of business owners, a lot of people in general, see marketing as advertising, and I I used to think the same thing. I was in that same boat. Josh would ask me when I first got hired at Nest, what is marketing? I'd be like, it's advertising. I'd be like, that is completely wrong. It is a piece of it. So marketing is understanding people's wants, needs, motivation, what they like in general, and then connecting that to your product or service. So how do you meet somebody's wants, needs, motivations? How do you meet that with your product or your service? How do you connect the two? And like JTech was saying, you do it through storytelling. You do it through advertisements. You do it through social media. You do it through email. You do it through all of these different channels, and they're just really
Right.
channels and tools to get your message across to your client or to the person that doesn't know who you are, doesn't know anything about you. They don't know anything about your company. How do you get them from not knowing who you are, what this company is, having no idea who you are? How do you get them to the point where I trust them here? It's a word of mouth referral. How do you get them to that point? Well, you do it through marketing. And you, like I said, you use all of those different channels as sources to get to them. And if you use all of them the right way, your business will skyrocket.
Yeah, to add on to that, I would say giving value to a specific ideal person rather than casting a big old net into the ocean and hoping to catch everybody. I think that's the biggest mistake we make as agents is we are too broad with who it is that we want to attract. And so I think being specific and targeted is plays a big role in actually being a marketer and not just saying that you're a marketer.
Okay. You know what? Let's go to. So why do you think so many agents struggle to do marketing?
I think that it's just not showcased. Like what I see out there is like Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, Brandon Moreno. It's a lot of sales. It's a lot of like, hey, use this script on your cold call. Use this script on your door knock. And I think marketing is kind of like the sister that, yeah, there are a couple of people that are teaching it, but maybe it's not as quick as direct sales, picking up the phone and calling someone. Marketing, I think, could have a longer lifespan, and it could take a little bit longer, and it's kind of like working in a way where it's not instant gratification. You might market something and you might not get shit. Versus sales, you prospect and you go after the business, you could probably get results that day. So that's why I think, that's why I think that.
Yeah, I think most people just have an unrealistic timeline of when they're going to start seeing results from their marketing efforts. Marketing is a long-term process that you have to stick with for a long time, and it takes sharpening the knife on that as well. Just because you start a marketing effort and you don't see results after 3 weeks doesn't mean that the marketing effort doesn't work. Maybe there's just a 2-degree tweak that you had to make.
What are the best marketing platforms right now for no budget?
Honestly, the best ones, I would narrow it down to three. The first is Canva because you can literally make all of your content on Canva. I've been preaching Canva since I got hired. But Canva is literally, you can make all your content. They have AI features. They have reels. They have all these things that you can push content on, and you can you could basically be omnipresent with Canva. So you can make something on Canva that can go on Instagram, Facebook, emails, text messages, all at the same time when you're pushing a message out to your clients. You can do all of that through Canva. And then number two, I would say it's YouTube. YouTube is so underutilized by a lot of agents that I even stress, like, hey, like if you're not getting any feedback on this, get on YouTube, get on Instagram, get on all these social media platforms, and keep posting and stay consistent with it. As soon as you, like you were saying, that gold miner, as soon as you strike gold, it's gonna take a lot of picking. So you're gonna have to keep going and you're gonna have to keep posting. And then third is email. I think those are the three strongest and free, no budget. Like, you literally don't need to spend $1 on any single one of those to actually see results from your business if you stay consistent with it over time. Yeah.
I think when you're picking your platform that you want to focus your marketing efforts on, the first question you need to ask is, where is my target audience there? If you're focusing on, first-time home buyers, don't just post to your Facebook page. I like Facebook groups more than just posting to your Facebook page. Most of the time people are only looking at stuff within the group anyways. They're not looking at business pages for content. And then my personal favorite is Instagram. I feel like people are just more on there more often than not. And it fits better for if you're somebody that likes high quality work and just being able to post consistently on there. It's an easy platform for people of all ages to use.
Yeah, same. I think Instagram is one that I got the most results on, but I think the free budget platform, I think you can kind of like extend it out to open houses. Like your audience is coming to you, use that as like your budget. Like no budget marketing. You're getting people that want to buy a home. Like that's it right there. No budget. You can ask someone for an open house listing. If you don't have any listings, then you use
Call
open
us.
house to your full advantage. Yeah.
I also there's two ways that I'm hearing we're answering this question. So the first one is like apps and stuff that we're using, which I would say AI is free and super easy, and you can know nothing and talk to it, and it will help you out with your the way that you're writing things or the way that you're presenting information. When you're marketing, one of the hardest things is coming up with what to say or like how to say it or what makes the most sense. So you can brain dump into the AI and it's gonna help you with your marketing message, and then you just put make it better, make it better, make it better. So make 50 of these, so you can create content, like infinite amounts of content, very quickly, and then make it your own by refining it. So the AI is definitely the big one. But then the other part that I hear like with social media is just one big pet peeve of mine, which is that people say like, "What's the best social media strategy? What's the best social media strategy?" And if you hear someone selling social media strategy, they're immediately a snake oil salesman. Okay, so social media is not a strategy; it's a platform. Okay, so like imagine you're like, "Hey, I'm gonna teach you the best social media strategy for IGTV." Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Does anyone remember that?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you went?
It came into Reels after, right?
Could you? Yeah, exactly. Well, it was like Reels. No, it was IGTV, then Live. But
Yeah,
could you
yeah.
imagine if like you went on social media, and everyone's like, "Oh, get on Instagram, get on Instagram." Well, 10 years ago, Instagram was photos. Who had the best photo, the sexiest photo? That was 10, well, maybe even longer now. 10 years ago, though.
longer.
Who had the best photo?
Sure.
So you're like, "Oh, I'm all in on becoming the best photographer." And then they're like, "Well, now video's the new thing."
Yeah.
So these great photographers had to switch to video and get really good at video. And then Instagram's like, no, it's not short form videos anymore. It's long form videos. We want to be like YouTube. 10-minute videos on YouTube. If you get really good at 10-minute videos on YouTube, you're going to be the best on IG. And then they're like, no, it's lives. Hop on lives for an hour and a half and just talk to your people. And all of a sudden it switched to Reels. And then who knows what it's going to switch to next.
Yeah.
I think social
Live
media is
to make
going
it
away.
Videos,
What?
raw.
Videos. Oh yeah, no, yeah. So even worse. So then it's like, oh, I'm really good. I know my audience. I'm building my content. I'm building my sphere. I've got 15,000 followers, and they're like, forget your followers. Now it's discovery. Now it's like TikTok. So we're swiping through videos, and even if you have the best content in the world, your people aren't gonna see it anymore. It's gonna be a discovery phase, and so you committed to Instagram. And you would have went through all of those different changes over the past 10 years, even in the time that since I started with Steven over here, and you would have had to reset every single time. Okay, social media is not a strategy; it's a platform. So that's one thing I really want to hit heavy here. The flip side of this would be video is a strategy. Video can be on your emails. It can be through text. It could be one-to-one. So hey Perla, I just got your message. Just let you know that I'll be there to visit at your open house here.
Yep.
And then it could be one-to-many, and you're on social media and you get millions of views. Video is something that can be used strategically through multiple platforms. So that's like one little pet peeve of mine on that one. But that's it. That's all I got.
I would also say look into Grok. I'm starting to use that more than ChatGPT right now.
Oh, nice.
It legit even makes videos for you.
Oh wow.
So yeah, you can say, I mean, I one of my buddies messed with it, and he had like the Martin Luther King I have a dream speech, and he made it about him being a realtor, and he's in the audience like this, and I mean it's all Gronk. Like you can all do that. You can do that all with AI and don't have to do anything, and it's done in like 5 seconds. So everybody's just only on ChatGPT. I would explore a couple more other things. Grok is definitely where it's at right now.
Is there a subscription for Grok like
Yes.
ChatGPT?
There
There
is,
can be.
but
There is?
the
Yeah.
one that video I got was free.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so I think it's free now, so they get more like people using
Oh
it.
yeah.
But for sure, it's gonna get expensive.
Something to take away from all of this too is that you're never done testing. Like Instagram, they were never done testing. They never stopped at like this is good enough. We're also never done testing as a company,
Right.
and you guys should never be done testing out your marketing. And that was just a point I wanted to make, was just to connect that with what we're thinking too.
All right, so if you do have a budget of, let's say, I don't know, 2,000 a month, what would you guys do with that?
Yeah,
For marketing?
that's great, man. I would do texting. I think mass texting is highly underrated, and it has one of the highest open rates too, by the way. So if I had, the opportunity to have 2,000 a month, which I'm actually doing right now, I do about 1,000 text messages a day.
So you're the guy.
Highly
You're
recommend.
the one that it's open because I open it and I put mark as junk or spam.
Could be that. Yeah, it could be that.
Some people don't know how to do it though.
Yeah, some people don't know how to do it though. Yeah, so I think text is really, really underrated.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
and I'm not texting like, yo, you want to sell your house? I'm not texting like, you have any off-market deals? I think those are like
The worst.
So are you talking like
Worst
texting your
turn-off.
own sphere? Like you
Yeah,
have a database, you're texting your database.
100%.
Yeah, there we go.
Texting the
Okay.
database.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That
one.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The database that I am currently organizing, it jumps between like 28 to 32,000 people, and it's just text, and along with the text is email. I don't think email is dead.
Not at all.
I think
I'm big on that.
I bet you like a bunch of people in here are checking their email every day, whether you're getting like offers on your listing or you're waiting for that listing agent to respond. Like everyone is checking their email. One of the highest open rates that I've ever gotten this year so far was JTech went to Cancun, sent it to 30,000 people, 80% open rate. And it's so funny. He was one of them.
Yeah.
It's so funny that like I have Zooms maybe like 10, 15 a day. And it's cool that I'm using it as kind of like I don't know if you guys are old enough for this, for like as like an AOL or an AIM status update kind of, and
There you go. He's still got his AOL.
yeah, and so that's how I use
I
email.
have an AOL.
And
Never
I
seen
get
anybody
like
so proud to have AOL.
I get like leads, buyers, past clients. I get on Zoom with them, and it's just like, hey, I saw your Cancun email. It was really cool because that email I broke down like, I stayed here. This is how much it was. I included some photos of what I did and things like that. So
But how would you spend $2,000 on that?
when you're doing volume,
Okay.
it no longer becomes free.
Even if it's your own database.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're
To
doing
batch
volume.
text. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The system's actually doing
What's
like
the app
each.
that uses texting?
So I don't want to be
JTech.
biased, but the best one to use is the one you're comfortable with. But JTech will mass text and email. Subtle plug, but whatever you're using now.
Well, I will say about the emails, like, I know for sure when I get John C's newsletter and Gabby's newsletter, I open it every single time.
Yeah.
Because it's always, like, good stuff. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just like, oh, this track home's for sale. They always have good stuff in there.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's what I would use my budget toward. Just like staying in touch with just an audience. Like when you're posting videos and things like that, and you post a story and you see your story views, people are watching your stuff. Same with email, same with text. Like you might not get responses, but people are watching your stuff, man. And next thing you know, you text them 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. The listing I just picked up in Victorville, I've texted him like 60 times over the past 2 years. And all these like coaches are saying, yo, 5 contacts a day, 5. So as you're moving forward as a realtor, or at least for me, these 5 contacts a day, they're just getting stored in this database of like 30,000 people. So it grows, it kind of condenses sometimes because people stop, they reply stop. And I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. Sometimes I post on my story like, I hope you have a good day, except for this one person that unsubscribed from my email. Just like joking around. But yeah, that's what I would do with $2,000 a month. That's what I'm doing right now.
So I would say when you make a post on Instagram, there's a little button that says boost. Don't press that button. Whatever you do. Everybody runs to like advertising dollars and ad spend when they get money. I think that's the worst thing you could do because unless you know what you're doing with how to set up an ad and how to run it, you're wasting your money. So I say first take inventory of what you know you're good at and what you need help with. If there's a marketing technique out there that works, you just don't have the time, energy, or a skill set to learn and adapt at that, find a partner that can actually handle that for you. For me in the media company, the best thing I've done internally is find people that can do what I do at least 80% as good as I do, or better, and then put them in charge of that. And my money has gone a lot further, giving them the money to take it to spend their time and energy on that skill while I focus on what I know works.
Yep. And then
what I do. That's why I show up and I just read a piece of paper.
for the paid one, I would definitely say like when you're putting in money, you got to think about who your target audience is. So like one of you guys said, where are my buyers at? So in my mind, I would be asking myself, where's my customer? Well, where are my sellers at? 50% of the market is seniors, right? 55 plus, right? $500,000 in equity. And my mind would immediately go to mailers, which in the past has been super generic and super like classic, right? But what's happening with agents? Agents are starting to put more money into ad spends, and they're starting to overinvest in marketing, in video and texting and digital ads and Google pay-per-click. So all of a sudden, mailing is an open market. A lot less agents are doing it. And the agents who were doing it didn't know how to do it right in the first place. So they're marketing for like 6 or 9 months, and they're like, this doesn't work. And then they're over it. So I think mailers is like super underrated because it's going to the people who aren't on social media. Like 55 plus, they are on social media. My mom watches YouTube, but they're looking in their mailbox, and if you're there 2 times a month, every single month, and they just see you over and over and over again in the community, I think that's a huge one to invest in. And I was just at the leadership retreat with Joe and George over here. Every single team lead that was there, all these people are doing 40, 50, 60, 100, 200, 500 transactions. There was not a single person there that was not investing in mailers as their primary lead source. And they were spending $5,000 to $8,000. And those people are out here in our marketplace. And I think that those people are the ones who are winning right now. I mean, their production shows for it. So I would definitely say that starting that now and thinking, I'm not going to make any deals this year, maybe even not next year, but like 36 months from now, right? Like 3 years from now, you're going to really start seeing the compounding effect of the mailers.
All right. Gabby, I'm going to bring you up on this panel because I have a good question here. When you get off the phone.
Yep.
Are you bringing toilet paper?
It's the only tissue I have.
Oh.
So.
That's a good marketing thing.
She said it's allergies. Don't worry, guys.
That's why I'm sitting in the back because
Go ahead, take a seat.
uncontrollable.
All right, so I'm gonna ask the practicing agents here, 3 of you. So how do you take like the marketing that you're doing? How do you take it from an Instagram reel or whatever to an actual closing?
Cool. Entire sales process?
I would just say like I have an idea of doing a video for this. How do you go from that to actually getting it to be a closing? So yeah, process.
Yeah, so from video, upload video.
Or it doesn't have to be video, whatever. It could be one of your your texts, whatever it is.
I think ultimately, like wherever I'm getting the lead, whether it's from a video, an email, a text, a referral, whatever, they like if it's a buyer, they go down the same process. If it's a seller, they go down the same process. I think that's what's really important when it comes to just doing multiple transactions every month is you're not really reinventing the whole freaking wheel. Kind of doing the same thing, you know? So, and Instagram is where majority of mine come from. So it's like video, put an automation on it, in the DM go back and forth a little bit, extract phone number and email, then go on a phone appointment. And depending on where they're at, I'll pre-qualify them, but I'll also disqualify them, meaning like, if it's a seller or if it's a buyer. If it's a buyer, I'm going to tell them like, interest rates are like in the 6s, 7s. You don't want to buy. Like, why do you want to buy now? So I'm kind of like pushing them away a little bit. And if they tell me like, you know what, you're right. It's so hard. I can't do this. Then I know the quality of that lead. But if the lead is like, yo, all my friends bought, I'm still renting, I have a new income, I think it's time, I need more space, then those are just ways of me finding the motivation. And so I kind of just like, I hold that in my database so that way I can always check it. But then from phone call, it goes to Zoom call. I think like I know Zoom got popular in 2020, but I still use it almost every day, and I just do Zoom calls with lender or Zoom calls with the seller and it's just more of like a one-on-one. Sometimes I'll docu-sign a listing agreement over Zoom, and sometimes boom, I'll get it signed then and there. But then ultimately, like from the Zoom, it goes into actually like showing homes or actually going to the property and meeting the seller face to face. And then like once I have a contract or once I have like this property in escrow, I have a TC that I've just been working with for the past 4 or 5 years, and so she helps me out a lot. She sends all the paperwork, she sends all the docu-signs, and she helps me with like putting things in my calendar, which is really nice. $500 a transaction, in my opinion, is totally worth it. Sometimes I pay it, sometimes the buyer or seller pay it, just depending on like the vibe I'm getting. But I think having someone like that in your corner to help you just like manage all of the paperwork, so that way I can continue to go look for more, is super underrated. I meet agents that are like, yo, I do my own paperwork. Yo, I do my
That's
like, bro,
crazy.
that's crazy. How are you doing all this? And so, yeah, a lot of this too, by the way, is just like organized in my JTech. So like I have all of my sales process kind of organized, and whenever I move a lead, then I'm kind of like I'm playing like a game ultimately,
For sure.
where I'm what's the next step, and so and then typically what I do on that pre-qual, whether it's a seller or a buyer, I think it's important to be personable, right? So like one of the things I always say is, yo, I hope you have a little bit of money so that way we can do a housewarming party, and I'll sponsor the taquero, I'll sponsor the bar. And typically when that conversation comes out, uh, dude, you should see the buyers light up, or sometimes the sellers light up, because a lot of them are like sell to buy. Um, so getting a little personable like that is a huge win, I would say, in your business, to try to just be yourself,
Well, I'd
you
say that's the
know?
best marketing you can have is be yourself.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
yeah, for sure.
follow up question to that is, how do you show the whole audience that you did that, like your sphere that you did that? So like John C just did his taco truck with Trusted Ray for his client, so I've seen that. But how do you then take that, turn it into content that you show? Hey, look, this is how we work together.
Yeah, a lot of it lands within the actual like process of buyer consultation or seller consultation. So like my listing presentation or my buyer presentation has a lot of like testimonials and process and what I do. And then also on website. So a lot of reviews just they land on jesseonate.com. And I have my own little section at the bottom of the page where it says videos. And if you click that, you see just a bunch of testimonials. You see value videos, me just trying to build a conversation, build a relationship with people. So the strategy on Instagram is like use what's working on Instagram, right? But then these other videos, I have it live on website. And I feel like having a website is super underrated too, because the people going on there are the highest quality leads that you're building a relationship
They're going to do
with.
is research you before they pull the trigger.
There's
Yeah,
searching best
exactly. You're
agent
gonna get
near me.
Googled, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Googled.
Or
Not just
AI.
that, like even if they've already had a buyer consultation with you, I feel like before they show up to that, they're going to check your website before they even like confirm that meeting.
Yeah. And then like I don't know if I have I want these guys to talk too, but in the process, like I have jesseonate.com/resume, wherever I land a listing appointment, I text them that, because Mike Ferry says to like show up at the property and leave a pre-listing package. I just text them a pre-listing package, and so on there is like a video. It's a video sales letter, and then it's like a marketing action plan. So there's like little things sprinkled in there
Yeah.
that kind of help me in my process. But yeah, I'm gonna shut up now and let someone else.
Me? Okay.
You got called up.
Poor
there.
I was gonna ask if I can go next because being up here with allergies, I'm kind of embarrassed right now. So,
Oh no, you're staying.
no, no, not. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna walk away and go back to the back. Same thing with him on social media, like just posting constantly, video tours, talking head, new listings, posting like the what do you call that? The celebrations of people selling their home and buying homes. So I'm trying to create the Instagram account that I have as something that people like to see, something that provides value to them. Value would be posting the properties that are available, and I try to find the most beautiful, most affordable homes that I can post on there. I don't want to post anything that's like overly priced, and it's like, what's the point? If it's overpriced, no one's going to want to buy it. Talking heads shows them that that I am the expert and I'm knowledgeable, and it shows them my personality too when I'm speaking, so they can actually hear my voice. And then my own listing videos, that shows sellers that every single property that I list, I'm doing professional videos. So it's kind of like my real estate resume now. Social media has become big, especially this year. And that allows people to message me when I have my call to actions. Every single post that I put on there has a call to action, which is reply home or reply guide, or whatever it is that my call to action is. I have been getting so many. I think this year alone, I've probably put like 400 buyers and sellers into my database just
Nice.
with Instagram. Huge. Last year was like a fraction of that. So what happens is that when they comment, they immediately get the information on that property, which I use Linked Me to automatically send that message. And I like using Linked Me because it looks like it's coming from me and not a robot. And it also comments back to them saying, check your messages. And then within 24 hours, I send them another follow-up message, which I actually have to manually do because the link DM doesn't do that for me. But
Link DM's like ManyChat.
It's like ManyChat. Yeah, I didn't like ManyChat because it looks like a robot's messaging them. So Link DM looks like it's me actually typing everything up. It just looks different. It doesn't look like a robot. But within 24 hours, I send a questionnaire, and it's like, oh, well, tell me more about what you're looking for. Like, how many family members are living with you? Like, how's your search been? So it's asking them a little bit more personal questions. So it shows them that I am still very interested in them. I'm trying to win their hearts by getting more info from them. I'm trying to build that rapport with them on social media since I can't see them face to face. If I saw them face to face, I would be asking them these same questions. So my goal is to try to get them to answer these questions. And I would say out of 100 of them, I probably get like 20 people responding to me, answering those questions.
Just good. That's 20%.
It's 20%.
That's really high.
It's good math.
When they respond, the next goal after they respond with these questions is, all right, can I please have your name, number, and email so I can add you, so I can create that search for you? I would say probably half of them actually give me that info.
Nice.
So sometimes more. I mean, if they're already answering 5 questions, they're more than likely going to give me their info.
Yeah.
So, but a majority of them will respond to me, and then I put them in my database. I don't ask them for the appointment until I get their info because I want their info first before they start to like freak out because now I'm trying to get an appointment. But once they give me their number, their email and their name, then I ask for the appointment. Hey, let me know, or I message them back and I say, hey, I set you up on that search based on your area and your criteria. Let me know if you're interested in getting a call to go over the home buying process. It's only a 5-minute call. And that's when half of them will be like, yeah, let's get on a call. So I get on that phone call. It really is only 5 minutes of me telling them the next step is to get pre-approved for the home loan.
Nice.
And every single person that gets on that call is ready to get pre-approved.
Nice.
They already knew that was happening, and they've already like gone through 5 things before I even get on that phone call with them. So I'm pretty and I can sell myself over the phone. I ask them a lot of questions. I kind of ask them the same questions I asked them in the first place. Like, tell me more about your goal. And that's when they get to talk about themselves. Right after that phone call, they're in agreement to get introduced to my lender. I do a group chat with my lender to have them make an appointment to do the mortgage application. And now I just wait for them to get pre-approved. I enter them in my database. They're getting my newsletter. They're on an auto drip campaign. I include them in all of the events. Like, they're now going to be spoiled even if they're not clients. So they're constantly seeing me. Plus, they already see me on Instagram. So I just, I think what's helping me get this business and this conversion is that I'm quick. I don't procrastinate. Once they come in, I immediately message them back. What they say, instant gratification. Like, I'm giving them what they want. I'm being personable. I'm being available. But so far this year, I don't know how many contracts, because the last time I checked was about 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I had 15 people sign from Instagram.
Nice.
And right now, I think I'm up to like 20 people who have signed contracts this year with me from Instagram.
She
That is,
literally called me and said, I gotta stop with the Instagram because it's more than I can handle.
yes, yeah, because actually no, yes and no. Like I have buyers, I have showing agents that I hire. Like my brother is a showing agent. I have Michael Diaz in this office that's a showing agent. So it's getting that busy where I'm double booking myself. So now I'm asking for help, and I'm
It's a big
delegating.
book for you. You haven't asked for help in your whole career. Pretty much.
Yeah, well, I don't normally work with freaking 10 buyers all at once.
Yeah.
So right now I have about 10 signed buyers.
Nice.
And they all want to see properties at the same time. So I never want to say no. If they're like, I want to see homes this weekend, I say yes to every single one of them. And I find a buyer's agent to help me show properties. Because once I say no, I lose their trust, or I lose that what do you call it, the service, the concierge service that I'm trying to provide to everybody. But I'm very upfront with them, and I tell them like, hey, sometimes I'm double booked, but I have my partners that can show you properties, and they're totally fine with that. I'm like, I'm still your point of contact. If you like a property, you're coming back to me. So I'm not pawning you off or anything like that. It's just, I joke around with them. I'm in high demand, so they laugh when I tell them that.
That's good exclusivity.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm in high demand, so I need someone to help me open doors, and they're like, oh yeah, totally fine. And every single one of them, I would say like 50% of the ones I closed this year, I've had a showing agent, and they're still so happy with the service.
Nice.
They got their concierge service, they got their instant gratification before we signed with them, and then even after.
Just out of curiosity, how many people would be interested in working buyers for Gabby? Anybody in here? Anybody else? Wait, put them up so Gabby can see real quick. There you go. All right.
You know anything
There's a
bad
lot
to
of
say
other
about it?
people.
No.
Oh, okay.
So there was
Usually he'll say something bad, like Gabby's just a high maintenance boss, blah 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 blah. So I'm just waiting for her to say something.
Just to touch on that one too, with what we were talking about, you were texting us and you were like, "Hey, should I get featured in this ad in the magazine?" Right? Pretty popular magazine. What is it called?
Your Villa.
Your Villa.
Yeah, it's a Moreno Valley magazine. Goes to 50,000 homes in Moreno Valley, and it's just a magazine that goes every other month.
So she was like, should I spend more money on ads or should I go with the Your Villa? And I was like, spend more money on these ads. Like if you're working and you're getting all these buyers in, like double down on the thing that's working. Because like the big idea is diluted focus, diluted results. If you spread yourself too thin, this thing's already dialed in. Just start getting more agents to start working. And
so I will warn you guys. I'm not doing ads. I'm doing collaboration.
Oh yeah,
So I'm collabing with the big local groups like Moreno Valley Matters, Riverside Matters, Paris Matters, and then Anaheim Cheese Net, because they're the ones who have the hundreds of thousands of followers. So I collab with them so that my property, whatever I want to show off, is on there. And I'm spending anywhere between $15 to $60 a day, depending on which groups and depending on how many posts. So I started off at $700 a month, but now I'm up to like probably $1,500 to $2,000 a month on collabing. But I'm getting the return in the leads, I'm getting the return in conversion, and I'm pretty good at converting people. And then the other thing too is there was another thing I wanted to say. Oh, I forgot now.
if it comes back.
So one thing I want you guys to.
Oh yeah, I figured it out. Be prepared to work 5 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Because
That's underrated.
I am, as soon as my husband wakes up and leaves for work, I am on my phone, on my computer, and I'm just trying to catch up with whatever I can before people wake up and start blowing up my phone. So just be prepared to work a lot.
Yeah.
Sure.
So there's something to note with JTech, with Gabby, and I'm sure Moses is gonna have the same thing. They're automating a specific process that can be mundane. So with basically getting the lead into the CRM, they've automated it pretty much. They filtered out who's a serious buyer, who's not, who's a serious seller, who's not. They filtered it out based on their ManyChat or what was it, LinkedIn? LinkedIn. They filtered it out from A to Z. There's a value. There's a lead magnet. There's a specific process. You comment this, you get this. You do this, you get this, and then they're able to now filter out. Okay, this is now a lead that I can put into my CRM. That it basically shaves off 25% of the process to help them stay busier on what counts, which is closing the deal, which is getting that person into their CRM and finding out when their timeline is to buy or sell. So that's another thing to keep in mind is actually you need to invest time, which is something that you've done on various occasions that you've invested time to automate a specific part, automate their newsletter, automate all of these things that keeps her top of mind, and that what keeps JTech top of mind in his business too.
Yeah.
So you need to invest time in this thing.
I call it working on your business, not in your business.
Exactly.
Right? In your business, the transaction. On your business is the automation. So getting good at video.
Yeah. I have a very
What's yours,
similar
Moses?
system set up to Gabby for cold
We'll
leads.
have Moses answer, and then we'll do pizza. And then Q&A, round table with everybody. And Justin will come up and all that.
I'll make it quick if we're getting
No,
pizza.
yeah.
If we're getting pizza, I'm gonna make it
Give a
quick.
good answer.
For cold leads, very similar system to what Gabby has set up as far as like collaboration, having a automated system and things like that. But where I've gotten the most actual traction is really using it to stay top of mind of people that already know me. So couldn't tell you how many times I ran into somebody from high school or college and they're like, "Oh, dude, you're a real estate agent, right? Like, I seen your videos, you're killing it." I ain't killing it. I'm just staying consistent enough on social media, and all my videos are for the most part done by my media company, so comes off as very high end, very professional, and they see that and it just sticks with them a little bit. And so I've really just used it to build my own personal brand. And so when people see me, first thing they're always saying is like, "Oh, I've seen the stuff you're putting on your social media." And then I use it more as a conversation starter. And then kind of that falls into just your sales process, your SOI process as well.
My introduction for YouTube?
Yeah.
Here's
For
a
like what you're
presentation.
doing.
Well, like your B-roll, like Justin
Yeah.
King.
People walking with
Yeah.
like coffee being poured.
He's wearing a Cortez, that's why.
It's Moreno Valley.
So what are you doing? Tell us.
For YouTube? I mean, I have a whole presentation on it, but what I'm doing is I've been posting pretty semi-consistently for about 2 years. About 4 months ago, I kind of had like okay, if I'm going to take this serious, I need to do this and figure out what's working, what's not working. So first thing was get myself consistent for each week. 1 video a week, Thursday night, every freaking week at 6:30. When I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, my traffic is picking up, but it's dying down, going into like Monday, Tuesday. How can I throw another video out there to keep engagement going? Figured let's do lives. I want to get better on camera. Best way to do that is be live because it scares the shit out of you, and you have to face it. So I started doing that. Around that same time, I had an idea for a 3rd video a week. So now I'm doing 3 videos a week. I'm not going to keep that pace because it's way too much work, but the amount of stuff I'm learning, like how to with editing, scripting, the back end of it is insane. It's really just keeping me busy. But what I'm actually posting is pros, cons, property tours, and basically market updates.
Yep.
So now you know how long it takes to edit.
Oh, it's not fun.
So
Bitch.
let
We can
me
cuss, right?
let me paint a picture real quick of like what YouTube looks like, because this is the one. It's the hardest one. YouTube is a strategy.
Yeah.
YouTube is a strategy first and foremost. You can go all in and build an entire business off YouTube, right? You guys know that. But let me paint a picture of what this looks like in real life. Okay. So I obviously watch his videos, and I have to subscribe and be his #1 fan of every video. But when I'm in my living room, I don't have Netflix. I'm not subscribed to Netflix, Apple TV, anything, just YouTube.
Yeah.
And by the way, like if you think that's a young thing, my mom's a YouTube Premium member, and she's 71 years old. That's all she watches, and the crazy conspiracy theories. So your audience is on YouTube, whether they're young or old. And I know that YouTube Kids, if you have kids, those guys are on YouTube as well, right? So YouTube is multi-generational, first and foremost. But I will be in my living room, and it'll be 6 o'clock at night, and I'm not watching anything, and I just turn YouTube on, and pretty much every single month, there's all of a sudden I'll be cooking dinner, and it'll be like, "What's up, guys? It's Justin King, and I'm here. I'm doing home tours." And I didn't select it. It's just on the random reels, and it just shows up. And I will just see him in my living room on my 78-inch screen, and you just see Justin's face, and he's like, pros and cons of Moreno Valley, pros and cons of whatever. And that's not just my house. That's every single person who's on YouTube that subscribes to him, or who's even remotely interested in the idea of real estate, because you don't have to be subscribed for him to show up. So every couple weeks, it's just Justin King on my giant screen right in front of me. There's not a single agent in this entire company, or that I know, who's right there in front of me in my living room as I'm cooking dinner. And the ability to use your tools like that to be there That's an astronomically huge leap of separation between you and your competition. It's really hard, but you're in their living room. And then just one other small one from YouTube is there's this guy Tom Ferry, and he actually runs his ads, and they're very colorful, and there's like a lot of like he wears a colorful suit and stuff, and he runs these ads, and all his expense on YouTube, and he has been getting a lot of phone calls from people whose parents are like. They're adults. They're like, my kid has been saying I need to use you as real estate, and they're like saying his name over and over again. They're like, my kid saw you, and you're always on my TV all the time because YouTube ads or YouTube Kids always has those little pre-roll ads, and YouTube's just running around the clock with these kids. And so all of his phone calls and his referrals, he was like, my biggest referral business is my clients' kids. It's not me, which I thought was genius. Like it's so true. Because they're just reciting what you say, and he's got this quick little 15-second reel that he dumped thousands of dollars into, and just on repeat. It's one video, and it just plays over and over again. And these kids are like, "You gotta work with them. You gotta work with them." And they're like, "Oh, I called you." So his biggest referrals is his clients' kids. So 2 big things on YouTube just to set the precedent for how important it is. And I know Christian does YouTube. Actually, everybody here does YouTube. So, all right, that's it.
All right, that was long. So, all right, so
78 inches.
we're gonna go into the whole thing with you, right? Like you have a full presentation.
Yeah.
All right, so I brought Christian up here. There was a good question. So, what has been your biggest market opportunity this year?
Just talking to Steve Amaya and looking at his face, and that was probably the best thing that inspired me.
That's motivation. I said marketing.
Marketing opportunities. Well, when I first started here, I really didn't know too much. Trying to figure it out, but a lot of people I noticed don't really leverage a lot of the tools that we do have here. I mean, I'm kind of a victim of that as well. I don't use it as much, but YouTube ads was one of the biggest things when I actually came in. I went to Tom Ferry. It was like YouTube. And obviously I do core training and all that. That just taught me to be more organized and be more on top of it. But I think YouTube ads was one of those cool things that a lot of people really aren't tapping into, because I know Steve would text me. He'd be like, hey, you're everywhere now. I see you on YouTube, see you in the magazine, see you on Instagram. So I think really just tapping into every source of...
For those of you guys that were here, like, what was it, Molly, like 2 years ago, I said, mark my words, Christian's going to be the best realtor on Riverside. This is when he first came over. Nobody knew who he was.
I'm not there yet, but...
I think you are.
I burned myself out.
In your mom's heart, you are.
Huh?
In your mom's heart, you're the #1 agent in Riverside.
I am. I burned myself out a little bit this last year, but definitely YouTube as I think one of those untapped market opportunities that is one of those things that nobody really leverages.
Yeah, I've been telling Josh YouTube ads for like literally like 5 years, and we haven't done one yet.
Yeah, well, I tell you just...
We've done hundreds of them. I asked, what's my budget? And he's like, 0. I'm like, we need money. I'll run him for like $500, and he's like, cut this. We got to cut it. Like, it's not yet.
It's not even going yet.
Yeah, it's not even going yet.
Yeah, give it
All
a
right.
few months.
J-Tech, we'll ask you the same question.
What was the question again?
What's the biggest marketing opportunity?
Yeah, this year.
I think TikTok automations is going to be a really big one that's coming out. Just recently, they allowed integrations to TikTok, and it's going to a place similar to Instagram, where you comment a specific word and an automation can start a conversation with someone on TikTok.
Built into it.
Built into it, yeah. So I think and this is recent too. This is like 3 weeks in that this just launched.
Oh.
So, yeah, I think a lot of the consumers are on TikTok right now, and a bunch of the videos on TikTok, they do great, man. Even without an audience, TikTok's algorithm is crazy.
It's
so
like the new, what's it on TV when they're selling things live right in front of
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Call
yeah.
the number below the screen. It's the new version of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the TikTok shop? Oh, yeah.
Me
Yeah,
too.
see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the
Wow, so much
TikTok
stuff.
automations is going to be where it's at right now. I've been training agents lately because JTech has TikTok automations, and so it's nice to just like start getting business from it. Although, like, I think there is value in not having automations and just having people, come to you, but automations help.
So maybe like in the next couple weeks or a month, you can come and show us like the back end or what it looks like for the whole JTech thing on the platform for like maybe one of our team meetings if you're open to that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's pick a date.
Okay,
I
cool.
can come out.
Cool. Moses, anything on that?
I would say for me, both for my media company and as a realtor, are the media days that we've been doing. I mean,
Oh,
the
for
media
sure.
days are incredible. So like if you haven't been to one of them, when somebody on the team gets a listing, they hit us up through the Nest app itself, so you don't have to reach out to us directly. You can do it through the Nest app, and we get a notification that you want to do a media day, and then we sit down with you, we coordinate it, create a whole Calendly on your behalf, so that it's an organized event. You don't have people just kind of showing up whenever they want to. And then that way you know how many people are going to show up that day, or at least a good idea of how many people are going to show up that day. We give each and every one of them a super high-end video that we would usually charge $300 to $600 for, and they get it completely for free. And so everybody's getting their own video for your listing, and you're just getting more traffic towards your listing. You're supporting the team, and then for the media company, we're just being able to give value to, Nest agents, which is, what more could we ask for?
For sure. Thank you for doing that, by the way.
Of course.
All right. Justin, anything?
I actually want to back him up on the TikTok thing. Me and Allison have been playing with like TikTok, just being a little more like raw and organic on there, and going way over the 60 seconds. I think we set 3 appointments last week from 2 different videos.
Oh wow.
There's a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah.
So and it was just so lightly edited. It was like almost like, well, let's see if people pass through this. One of them hit like 25,000 views in 4 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's just the property walkthrough of her just going, this is the
Yeah.
master bedroom. This is
Like 3 appointments?
yeah,
Those
literally.
videos win, man.
Yeah, like we went to
The simple ones.
Lennar. We were there yesterday for like 4 hours just showing people houses.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was the weirdest shit I've done since.
I don't know if that's the weirdest shit you've done.
I get my highs views on there too.
Yeah. But yeah, the rep was just tired of us being there because I'm like, well, I'm just going to set up, shoot some more videos. And we had one lady met us at 10 a.m. Then we had another one at 12. Somebody else at 12:30. And then the 10 a.m. came back with her husband at 2:30.
Wow.
So we just ended up just fucking camped out there all day.
That's awesome.
But
You're right,
there's a
man.
lot of opportunity there.
All right. Well, then we definitely need to know what the back end of that JTech platform looks like.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
We'd love to.
All right. I feel like we were talking about emerging technologies, but since you guys weren't on, anything you want to add, like technology that you're using right now?
I'm a terrible person to ask right now. I think April I got burnt out, and I kind of like now I got to relearn and get
Okay.
my mind back in the right mindset.
Well, you're also building a house from scratch, so
Yeah, I bought some cardboard and just taped it together.
All right. What about you, Justin?
I'm using AI heavy. I'm not using it to run my business. It's more, I think that the word that gets missed with it is prompting it. It's, you go in there, I'm a real estate agent looking for buyers, looking to engage my database. These are my goals. Then you go through, refine it, and then you send it out. So when I'm doing my YouTubing, I'm scripting with that. I'm using it for initial research, go and zip to the back end of it, see what's actually hitting as far as search, as far as what people are looking for. Then I want to create a 5 to 7 minute video or a 7 to 12 minute video. Give me these talking points, and then I use that to go get my research.
So do you use like a teleprompter or?
No.
Really?
I either script it out or I just give myself bulletin points and then just kind of free flow from there.
That's a long time.
It is. Yeah. But if you give yourself enough talking points, it gets kind of easy. The back end, the editing side of it sucks because there's a lot of ums and cutting it out, and it's I really hate listening to myself talk, but it's
Obviously, it's paying off.
it's working.
So a lot of agents I know do short form video
Mhm.
because it's easier for that exact point. It's easier to get a 60. Actually, it could be harder sometimes, but
Yeah.
a lot of people think it's easier because it's shorter and they don't have a lot of time they don't have to talk as long. So what is the difference for you on why you're choosing to do the long form over the short form?
Because I know nobody else is going to do it.
100%.
Yeah.
Like when we go into the presentation, I feel like the short form is just like was it like the blue ocean strategy? It's just everyone's there. You go on like even Gabby's killing it with Moreno Valley Matters, but you go on there, it's just fucking realtors everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't want to get in that. Like I do it, but I'm looking for more of a if they want to find me, I'm right there over and over and over.
Plus, it gives you more of an opportunity to create knowledge for yourself. Like somebody asks you a question, I already know off the top of my head. I did that video
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Well, it's like, we know so much about, like, as realtors in here and living in, Moreno Valley, Riverside, wherever. you know so much about the area that you can't cover in 60 seconds. That's gonna hit or land. So when you go to like a YouTube or even like TikTok now, I think TikTok is money right now. You can go so deep into it and just create more of a rapport, or just be more of that one-stop shop.
On YouTube, if your videos are between 8 to 15 minutes, that is the sweet spot because YouTube makes money on their ads. So they can put ads in your videos if they're over 8 minutes long. So YouTube's going to incentivize you by pushing your video out to if you have an over 8 minute video, it's going to incentivize you to do that for them because they're making money on the ads, obviously, by pushing your video out to more people and being discovered quicker. So that's another thing to interject with that is long form videos are hitting right now on YouTube, just in general, because of those ads that YouTube will place on your video. They want ads. They want to put ads on your video. They can only do that if they're over 8 minutes.
Good, I didn't know that. One thing I want to add, because you touched on AI, is a lot of us use AI as a toy, less as a tool, or even an intern instead of a partner. So like a lot of us, when we do a prompt, we go, hey, give us 25 YouTube video ideas for Moreno Valley. And we expect like just a money result that we're going to be able to do. What I go into it as is I give it just too much information than it really needs.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a real estate agent in this area. This is what I've been doing so far. You're going to be the chief marketing officer for my real estate company. And you're going to basically outline what kind of content needs to get done for this specific target audience. And I just give it way more information than it needs. And it spits out a full-on report that I could go into a corporate office and present. And then you can give it you can have it give you a very detailed step-by-step plan. So not having the knowledge and not having a game plan isn't really an excuse anymore, because you have a full-blown partner that's just as good as a marketing director making $250,000 a year, literally in your pocket.
It makes less mistakes and doesn't take days off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's literally just, are you willing to put in a little bit extra effort to make sure you get the result you need, actually read through the long thing it's going to give you, and then implement it.
And then like after a while, like for me, I just say like, hey, everything you know about me, do this.
Yep.
And the more you use it, the more it knows you. So
yeah.
My friend uses it to tell them, how do I deal with a kid's tantrum? They're doing this. And I'm like, you're using like a nanny.
It's good.
You're using it for everything.
Well,
Yeah.
There's also we could talk about innovation all day because AI is innovating every single day to the point where we're still learning. We're still trying to keep
6 months
up
right now,
with
all
it.
this will be obsolete.
Exactly. 6 months from now, that's another thing for the viewers on this camera right now. What we're talking about right now, you're probably way ahead of it, and you probably already know what we're doing. But there's other avenues to like ChatGPT, Perplexity, whatever. There's a thing that they have now called Agent. So ChatGPT Agent. You can prompt it to do things on your behalf, literally. Like if I ask it, put this event in my calendar, schedule this event in my calendar. There's a function where you can have it do that. It goes on its own browser. It does it for you on your behalf, and will go into your calendar. All you have to do is log into your thing, and it's up to you if you trust it or not. Which I don't really care. I have nothing to hide, but other people don't. But it can go as far as like, my buyer is looking for this house. It is all these specs in this area. Find 10 comparable houses to what I'm looking for my buyer. It'll literally do that work for you while you do something completely different. And it'll give you the results. I'll send you a notification. I got the result for you.
So a few months ago, this was $200. Now it's with your subscription, right? It's not free, but it's $20.
It's been that way.
Right.
There's a limit. You only have 50 prompts per month. Well, I mean,
So
you can.
tell them what we did with Follow Up Boss at text automations.
So what I was able to do with the Follow Up Boss account that we have, I remember Josh was asking me to put in these text prompts for.
I said create them first.
Or you said create them and then put them in.
Yeah.
And I was being lazy. I was trying to, I was like, I could find something I could find something AI to do this. So I was like looking through all these functions and I was like, wait, ChatGPT added something. So I was like, cool. So I looked it up and it was the Agent. It was basically this thing that you could ask it to do things. So I was all excited. I showed Josh and I was like, check this out. We logged into the Follow Up Boss with the ChatGPT. It also made the text messages. Made the text messages with the fill-ins like first name, hello, first name, whatever. It put them in. It put them into the Follow Up Boss. And Josh was like, all right, well, now we don't really need you. I was like, okay, cool. But basically, yeah, you can ask it to do things. It'll do for you in 5 minutes while you focus on something else. You could do literally anything else and save time. And that's what my whole thing was about. This whole thing is, if you spend the time, you automate your business, you would shave off 25% of the mundane things that you don't have to do and put that towards cold calling, towards leads, to whatever, to following up with your database. That's another tool to use. It might be obsolete by now.
No, it's just getting started.
Just getting better and better, faster and faster.
What are your guys' biggest struggles right now with marketing?
The video creation, it takes a long time, like you said. I struggle with that to keep, because I have a lot going on and it feels overwhelming, so I kind of have like an executive problem. But I think that someone mentioned, was it to do the videos quicker than AI?
Oh, there's
Opus Clip.
Opus Clip.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're doing long form to short form, yeah.
Yeah, trying to, when I do the tours, or like I'm trying to be more on camera, but I'm like, dang, this takes a really long time, like, to do. But obviously you take that time if that is your main focus, like getting your leads from Instagram or social media. So I do take it into consideration, but it is a lot when you have client and you have things on the back end. So like having a way to do that without having to be so invested into it would help a lot too.
So what's your big piece of advice for this?
For that, like short form, I did a thing for a while where I was like just posting every day for, I think I made it like 35 days. Days where I was just like overwhelmed or just fucking overdoing the little thumb thing, I would just repurpose something. So I go into CapCut and just change the numbers and just kind of move clips around, and I mean, nobody notices.
Yeah.
What about for like deciding that video is worth that time? Because obviously I remember we had you in this studio over here for probably like a whole day. You'd be in there like all day or 4 hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
Versus you could be out there in the streets prospecting or making calls in that 4 hours.
Yeah.
So like, what's the mindset there?
That's my prospecting time. Now I try and do that like after hours, so that way I'm not missing my calls or appointments or whatever that would be. Another thing too is sometimes I still put like my 7-year-old down, so she's falling asleep and I'll just sit there and just edit a video real quick, and it's not the most efficient or the best videos, but I mean for Instagram I don't really care.
But I think it is all about the long form right now, because like before I couldn't watch a movie a video that was over 2 minutes. Now I'm like, I need that 15 to 20 minute, and I think the difference is like the 2 minute videos are like people that are interested.
Mm-hmm.
The 8 to 15 minute videos, those people are committed, because now they're like, okay, I need to know everything because now I'm about to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So I think it's a different level of lead that's watching the longer videos versus the ones that are like, okay, cool, this is a house. Like they're watching all right, I'm gonna make a move, and this guy's the only one that's doing it.
Yeah.
And I only know you and one other person in this market that's doing long form, and he's been killing with it, and now you're seeing the results. So to me, it's a no-brainer. And like I said, I'm even watching the long stuff now, and I was totally against it. I mean, I still watch it at like two times speed, but if I'm really interested, then I'll actually listen to it on regular.
Yeah.
Because if there's stuff you actually need to listen to, so I truly believe that's where it's at. It's just like you said, nobody's doing it because nobody wants to put in the work.
But is that more of a YouTube thing than an Instagram and TikTok thing? Because I know Instagram, they don't.
Yeah, it's 100% a YouTube thing.
Yeah, I think with Instagram,
well, Instagram TikTok has hour-long videos now.
Is it hour now?
Yeah.
Well, you could do your long form YouTube video and then do Opus Clip, and Opus Clip will take certain segments of your long form video and reformat it to Instagram.
What kind of videos are you trying to do?
I'm right now trying to do, well, I've done tours, but I want to do educational as well, and I want to do more about me, like people get to know me. I did like a blooper in one of them, but just things that make me stand out in value proposition, like different than my competition, obviously. Other competitors. I'm very collaborative, so but I understand like we have to stand out, in order to attract business. So for me, it's that, and then bringing in more of that, like we know you, we know you're not just a stranger. So kind of personalizing more to me, to my brand, and being the educator, but also being showing also behind maybe like I want to start doing more like behind the scenes kind of stuff. so that people see like, okay, she's not just opening doors, because a lot of the conception is that we just open doors.
Yeah.
And it's like showing that side where like we do a lot more, and then also they get to know you more too and how you work. So that's kind of like what I want to do, and then obviously properties as well.
Which of the three are your main bottleneck? Coming up with the idea, filming it, or editing and posting it?
I think coming up with the idea, when it's tours, I completely get it from A to Z. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what you have to do. When it's about me or getting to know me, or like coming up with an idea about what can I talk to you about today, like that's one of the things that I sometimes struggle, because I'm just like, I don't want to just sound like everybody else.
Yeah. That's, I would say, invest time in training your virtual AI clone through ChatGPT, Perplexity, whichever you want. Give it as much information about you as possible so that it basically is you. And you can tell it, hey, I want to make a video for this purpose, for this target audience. Then it'll at least give you brainstorming ideas, or finding an actual person that you can bounce ideas off of, or help you create the video as a partner.
You know, there's also something to be said about keeping up with current events. I mean, yesterday with real estate, I called Steven and I literally called him and I was like, hey, did you hear about this 50-year mortgage thing that they're thinking about passing? He was like, yeah, but it's like, it's a load of BS. And I was like, yeah, it sounds like it, and I was like, this would be a great idea. I thought this would be a good idea to talk to, or to create a video on it for the real estate agents, like that haven't made a video on it yet. And like, talking about it, like the math doesn't make sense for the 50. Just for some context, the 50-year mortgage thing, the math doesn't make sense. It doesn't, like, you're gonna end up paying like a lot of money. Like if for
It's only
$500,000,
8% cheaper.
it's only 8% cheaper. You're gonna end up paying way more money in the long run on interest. But think about it. You hear about that thing. You do the math in your head. You're thinking about it as an agent. This doesn't make sense for my clients. Why would I want to pitch this? But you can go and reverse it and talk about the negative, which usually gets a lot more traction online. You record a short form video on your phone and you're like, hey guys, I don't know if you guys heard, but this 50-year mortgage thing, it's a load of BS. Like you're basically gonna end up paying more money. This is who it could work for. This is who it probably wouldn't work for. Contact me if you have any questions.
Use Jack.
Or the smarter thing would be, go click on my YouTube channel where I do a long breakdown of everything that's going on.
Boom, right there. But that's an idea right there. You hear about this thing, doesn't make sense to you, does make sense to you, whatever it is. You get more information yourself. You create the video. You can do it short, raw, whatever. Make a long form video about it, and that's your video. And people will click on it because it's happening right now, and nobody knows what's going on. So people will click on that because they're trying to learn more. Now you become the educator on something that's happening in this market right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
something to think about.
Maybe like integrating lifestyle too is good, because it's not just real.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it doesn't have to be, but that was just an idea.
No, yeah.
People need to be able to connect, know you're a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you also have to give up that things being perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like I shot a video sitting in my car yesterday waiting for my son to get a haircut. And at first I wasn't going to do it. And I was like, I'm going to keep my sunglasses on. And I was like, no, because I didn't have makeup on. And I was like, a t-shirt on. I was like, what, I'm just going to do it.
She's
And I
still
said
fixing
to
to get
him, and I said, what do you think about this video? And don't talk about anything about like how big my forehead looks or anything. And then I just posted it because I used to get to the point where I would like nitpick so much that I would just
You're a
really post it.
perfectionist.
Now I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, you take me or leave me. Take me as I am or leave me kind of thing. Like, if you don't like it, keep scrolling. And if you like it, listen.
Especially if your audience is your SOI. They already know you like that anyway,
I
so.
already see my video. Follow me to Costco so I can pick my wardrobe.
There we go.
There you go.
No, it is.
So, all right, guys.
Stuff people need to connect.
Let's land the plane here because I want to be respectful of everybody's time, and we got 3 minutes. But I do want Justin to share what he's doing. Any final remarks from any of you guys?
Well, you have a real presentation, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
I
not
wanna
like
get to that-
super
I wanna get to that
elaborate,
right
so
now, but let's
We
wrap
probably
this
get
up.
through like 30
You're going to
minutes.
have him do the presentation today?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say at a team meeting instead.
He brought the stuff today, so if anybody wants to watch it today, it's quick, right?
It could be 5 minutes. It could be an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, your laptop just died.
So, anything?
He has a laptop.
Okay.
Anything? Any final remarks or anything you guys want to?
So you guys are all gonna get an email after this, and what I'm gonna give you guys is a booklet of ours called the 10 Laws of Branding. So it's just 10 tips that you can implement right away to start building your personal brand and apply those, laws to your marketing. Just want to let you know that that's gonna be coming for you.
Nice.
Thanks.
Awesome.
All right. I was
Are there
just
any more raffle things?
Yeah, we got to raffle off yours.
Yeah.
But on that branding or on the video part, this is why it's a strategy. So video allows you to showcase your knowledge, and a lot of times that's the struggle of why an agent can't do long form video, is because they're like, what do I talk about for that length of time? By forcing yourself to do the long form video, you will learn how to become that market leader, and you will get better at talking about the hard things that other agents are afraid to dive into, because you're forced to, because you know you're committed to this video strategy. So now you become better as an agent and an educator because you have to shoot the video. So that's why I'm a huge proponent of that part too as well. You have to do it to get good at it as well. And done is better than perfect, like what you said.
All right. So in closing, I just want to say, well, first of all, thank you guys. Give them a round of applause.